I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the vendors for entrusting us to the sale of this prime piece of real estate behind us. To the neighbours of the crowd, thank you for coming. Wish you all the best in the bidding procedure, and to the one lucky buyer, we congratulate you in advance on your astute purchase. This auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that are made available before the commencement of the auction. As auctioneer, I'll be indicating bidders upon request and the right to place bids on behalf of the sellers, otherwise known as vendor bids. If when I decide to place those bids, I'll simply say vendor bid. This auction prohibits false bids, prohibits malicious disruptions by bidders, attempting to prevent us from bidding, and provides fines for misconduct. And last but not least, when this paperwork hits my hand and this property is deemed sold, I'll absolutely take no late bids and offers beyond that point. If you're successful here today, all that will require from you is a little 10% deposit of the full purchase price. Settlement time, you pick the time frame that suits you best. For the sellers, having quite flexible here today, when you work within the vicinity of 30 through to 90 days, unless prior arrangements have been made with you beforehand. In the instance where you're bidding against vendor bids, you have two options. You're bidding against vendor bid, which means that you decrease your chances of being successful here today, as we'll get to negotiate with multiple parties afterwards. On the positive flip side, however, is that if you do bid against highest vendor bid, you own yourself the exclusive right to negotiate with the sellers, and statistically speaking, you increase your chances of being successful here today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you've all been through this home before. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms on a huge allotment here of 598 square metres of land. Home itself, perfect, ladies and gentlemen, for you and your family to move in and renovate. Whatever you want to do, the floor plan is huge, ladies and gentlemen. Or perhaps you want to knock down, rebuild, that's also an option here. Or maybe you just want to buy as an investment and rent it out good rental income of about $650 to $700 per week. The house itself, ladies and gentlemen, has got ducted heating, air conditioning, solid brick home. In the heart of Box Hill North, you've got bus services, 270 bus, 903 bus, all within close proximity. You've got Springfield Park just around the corner, Currimuir Shops just up ahead, Currimuir Primary School just down the road, ladies and gentlemen. So you're still close to the communities, and of course Box Hill Central, Westfield Doncaster, also very close by. So enough from me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure you're not here to hear me talk. I'm sure you've done your due diligence on this home here today. So where can I see a fair and reasonable start today with an opening bid, opening offer for 140 Dorking Road, Box Hill North. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in your hands. Opening bidder here today. Ding dong. 1.1. We're at 1.1. 1.1 here, bottle of champagne here, to be that 1.1 here to the man here at 1.1. That $1,100,000 here, bottle of champagne here, to opening bidder at 1.1 million. At 1.1 now on the right hand side at 1.10. At $1,100,000 now. 1.1. At $1,100,000 now. Any interest here? David, what do you say, Steve? At $1,100,000 now. Can I see a bid? Get you in front. At $1,100,000 now. At 1.10. At $1,100,000 now. In front here. We'll buy on the right hand side at $1,100,000 now. Going to court 3 times here. First call now at $1,100,000. Second opportunity here now at $1,100,000. Third and final call at 1.1 now, guys. Need to know any further interest or increments here at $1,100,000. At 1.10. At $1,100,000 here on the right hand side. In absence of your bidding, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to put in a vendor bid at 1.15, at $1,150,000 now, and bids back against you buyers in the crowd at $1,150,000 now, at 1,150. At $1,150,000 now, buyers need to know any further interest or increments at 1.15. At $1,150,000 now. What do you say at 1,150? At $1,150,000. 1.15 at the moment. At 1.15 at the moment. At $1,150,000. 1.2 to get you back in front, sir. At $1,150,000 now. At 1,150. Up $1,150,000 buyers need to know. 1150 at the moment. Up 1,150. Up 1150 now. Up $1,150,000 here. 1150. Finger, let the buyers know. Up $1,150,000 now. 1.2 to get you back in front, sir. Let's go one. A little bit like. I'll take 25, sir. 25. Go 25. 25. Let's go 25, 75. 2万5，对。对，要这样。现在115万，对。对。刚开始，对，不能接3级。2万5 okay. 1.175. 1.175 here on the right hand side. Bids here on the right hand side at $1,175,000. Welcome back in front here at 1.175. At $1,175,000 now. At 1.175. At $1,175,000 here on the right hand side. At 1.175. At 1.175 now. Buyers, any interest in the crowd? At $1,175,000 on the right. At 1.175 now. $1,175,000 here on the right hand side. Buyers need to know. 1.175. Up $1,175,000 now. 1.175. 1.2 gets you back in front of that. Up $1,175. At 1.175. Up $1,175,000 now. Going to call it 3 times. First call now at $1,175,000. Second opportunity here. Yep, so now. 117万5。$1.175 at $1,175,000. Man's asking if she can put $1,000 increment. We're not accepting $1,000 at the moment. 1.175, 1.2. Welcome to the bidding here, man. At $1.2 million next to Jim. At 1.2 next to Jim here now. 1.2. At $1,200,000. Bids back against you, Grainy. What do you say? At $1,200,000 now. At 1.2. At $1,200,000 now. 1.20 at $1,200,000. Let's try another 25. Grainy, what do you say? At 1.20 at $1,200,000 across the road here. At 1.2 at $1,200,000 at 1.20. Any other buyers in the crowd now? We've got 2 bidders involved here. At $1,200,000, that should give you confidence in buying prime real estate in a prime location, 140 Dorking Road, walking distance to all amenities, bus stops. At 1.20, at $1,200,000 now. 13. Let's go 15, sir. Let's go 15. 13. Okay, 1.213. 1.213 here. At 1.213 with Grainy here on the right hand side. 1.213. At $1,213,000 here. 1.213. At $1,213,000 on the right hand side. At 1.213. At $1,213,000 now. Bids back against you, Jim. At 1.213. At $1,213,000 now. At 1.213. At $1,213,000 now. Need to know buys 1.213. 1.213. 1.213, Jim. The buyers that are going to miss out here at 1.213. At $1,213,000 now. 1.213. Jim, any interest or bids here at $1,213,000? Any interest here, David? At 1.213. At $1,213,000. The sooner you bid, the sooner we can get there, sir. At $1,213,000. Thank you. At $1,213,000 now. Let's take this up to 30, Matt. About 1.230. 1213 at the moment. At 1213. At $1,213,000 now, buyers need to know. 1213. 1,213,000 now. Ryan, any interest here? 1213 at the moment. At $1,213,000. 20. 1220. At 1220, it's back against you, Grainy. What do you say? 1220. At 1,220 now. 1220. Any interest, Mike? Are you sure? 1220. Through multiple open inspections. 1222. Sorry, any interest now? Any interest now? At $1,220,000 now. At 1.22. Any interest? 1.22. Thank you. Been on the market for quite a while now. Maybe it's time to buy. At $1,220,000 now. 27. Bids back against you, Jim. 1227. At $1,227,000 now. 1227. At 1227 now. 1227. 1227, Jim, what do you say? Up $1,227,000 now. 1227. Up $1,227,000 now. $1,227,000. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to hit the pause button to seek further instructions from our vendors, and I'll be back with you in just a minute. Thank you.
那喝茶。那个变成黄爱。
Ladies and gentlemen, I saw further instructions from our vendors here. We're at 1227, holding the bid here on my right hand side. 1227, $1,000 increment here at 1228. At $1,228,000 here on my left hand side. 1228 here, holding the bid. Ryan's holding the bid here on my left hand side. 1228 now on my left. At $1,228,000 here on my left hand side. Bids back against you, Grainy. What do you say? At 1228. At $1,228,000 now on my left hand side. Bids here on my left. One, two. 1,229,300 here on my right hand side at $1,229,300 on my right. At 1,229,300 bids back against you, the binder at $1,229,300. At $1,229,300 on my right. Bids back against you now at 1,229,300. At $1,229,300 on my right hand side. Bids here. Bids back against you, Jim. What do you say? 1,229,300. Bids here on my right. At 1,229,300 on my right hand side. Buyers need to know. Any further interest or increments here now at 1,229,300. 1,229,300 at the moment. At 1,229,300. $1,229,300 here on my right hand side. 1,229,300. Jim, what do you say here in the back? 1,229,300. Can I see another bid here, man? You've been with me since the beginning. 1,229,300. Don't tell me you just came here with one bid, sir. At $1,229,300 now on my right. Any further interest here, Jim? At 1,229,300. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at 1,229,300, I'm going to put in the vendor bid here at 1,250 at $1,250,000. Bids back against you, Grainy. What do you say? At 1,250 at $1,250,000. 1,250 at $1,250,000 now. At 1,250 at $1,250,000 now. 1,250. Need to know. At 1,250 at the moment. At 1,250,000 now. 1,250. 1,250, Grainy. Can I see another bid to get you back in front? At $1,250,000 now. 1,250. At $1,250,000. 1,250. 1,250 now. 1,250. What's the bid? 1,254,900. 1,254,900 here on the right hand side at 1,254,900. At 1,254,900 here on the right hand side. Gentleman's offer at 1,254,900. At 1,254,900 here on my right hand side. Bids back against you to Binder. What do you say? At 1,254,900. At 1,254,900 on my right here. 1,254,900. 1,254,900 at the moment. Bids here on my right. Bids back against you to Binder at 1,254,900. At 1,254,900. Can I see another bid, David, here at 1,254,900 at the moment? At 1,254,900 on my right. At 1,254,900 now. At 1,254,900. $1,254,900 here on my right. 1,254,900. Can I see another bid here at 1,254,900. Any bids here, Jim, need to know as well. 1,254,900. 1,254,900, sir. Going to see another bid from you at 1,254,900. Think about the location, the land size, the floor plan, ladies and gentlemen. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, double garage as well. Whether you're looking to renovate, knock down, rebuild, it's a perfect opportunity for you at 1,254,900 now. At 1,254,900 at the moment. 1,254,900 at the moment. 1,254,900. David, any interest here? 1,254,900 at the moment. At 1,254,900. Make it less confusing for us. 1,254,900. 1,254,900 at the moment. 2,000, 1,256,900. 1,256,900 Grainy Gao. At 1,256,900. New interest here now. At 1,256,900 next to Jim. At 1,256,900 here. Across the road here. At 1,256,900. Bids here in front at 1,256,900. Bids back against you. 1.2572. Up 1.2572. So what's that? 1.2. No, that's too little. Too little. That's like $300. 583. 12583. $1,258,300. 1258300. Up 1,258,300 at the moment. 1,238,300. Up 1,258,300 here with Grainy. Am I right? At 1,258,300. Sir, 1,258,300 at the most. Let's go 1,260, as Jim suggested before. 1,258. 58. 1,258,300. Cash line interest here at 1,258,300. At 1,258,300 at the moment. At 1,258,300 now. Please no rise. 1,258,300 here. At 1,258,300 at the moment. At 1,258,300 here. On my right. At $1,258,300. Any interest here, Davinda? Right? Any interest? 1,258,300. Vehicle contract section 32. That's a public bid, sir. At 1,258,300. Shot, thank you. At 1,258,300 at the moment. At $1,258,300 now. At 1,258,300. Any interest here to bid at 1,258,300? Get things moving, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to put a vendor bid of 1,275 at $1,275,000. Bids back against you, Grainy. 1,275. Up $1,275,000 now. Bids back against you, ma'am. 1,275. Up $1,275,000 now. Up 1,275. Up 1,275 now, sir. Can I see another bid from you? Up $1,275,000 now. Up 1,275. Up $1,275,000 now. First call now, 1,275. Second opportunity now at $1,275,000. Third and final call, 1.28, up $1,280,000 bids here with Grainy. 1.28 bids back against you to Binder, up $1,280,000. Up 1.28, up $1,280,000 with Grainy here. Up 1.28, up $1,280,000 here. It's a 270 plus left. Up 1,280, up $1,280,000. 1.28 at the moment. Up 1.28 here with Grainy. 1.28, up $1,280,000. 1.28. Going to hold the high speed at all times, sir. 1.28 at the moment. They're in front. 1.28. Up $1,280,000 now. 85. 1.285. 1.285, Grainy, what do you say? Up 1.285. Up $1,285,000 at the moment. 1.285. 1.285 at the moment. 试一下130。1.2895 here on the right hand side. $4,500 increment. 1.289 and a half. 1.289 and a half. 1,289,500. 1.298 and a half. 1.289 and a half. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on the market and selling for no better bidding here today. 1,289 and a half. You're holding the bid here. Up 1,289 and a half. Up 1,289 and a half. 1.295. 1.295. 1.295 here. 1.295. $5,000 here on the right. 1.295. 1.295.
96.
96. 96. 96 bids back against you now. 1.296. Up $1,296,000 now. 97,300. 97,300 now. 1.297,300. 98. 98. 98, right, what do you say? 1.298. Up 1.298. Up $1,298,000. $1,298 at the moment, Grainy. Let the buyers know. 1,298. Up $1,298,000 now. 1,298. Right? Not bidding today. 1,298. $1,298,000. 98 at the moment. 1,298. 1,298. Holding the bid, 1,298. 1.3. 1.3 here. 1.3. Rounding the figure, $1.3 million. Bids back against you here to Binder, 1.3 million. Sorry? 1,000. 1,000. 1301. 1301 across the road. 1301 across the road here. $1,301,000 now. $1,305,900. $1,305,900. $1,305,900. 1,305,900 with Grainy here. 1,305,900. $1,305,900 now. Sorry. 1,305,900. We don't have $100 bids. We go round up. Let's do 7. Let's go to 7. Let's go to 7. Let's go to 7. Go to 1,308. Yeah. 1,100. So 1,307. 1,307. 1,307, Grainy. 1,307. 2,000. 2,000. I'm telling 2,000. 1,307. Yeah, 1,307. 1,307 across the road here. 1,307. $1,307,000 now across the road. 1,309,700. 1,309,700. $2,700 here. 1,309,700. $1,309,700 here on my right hand side. Bids back at 11. 1,311. 1,311, Grainy. 1,311. $1,311,000 now. 1,311. 1,311 across the road. 1,311. 1,311. $1,311,000 now. 1,311. You're in the box seat, sir. $1,311,000. $1,311,000. You're in the box seat. Nice and technical. We're out here at 1,311. Any further interest or increments now? Otherwise, we'll call it 3 times here. Sell away to the highest bidder here today at 1,311. First call now at $1,311,000. Second opportunity at $1,311,000. Third and final call at $1,311,000. All
16.
done. 16.
Yes.
Back in front. Welcome back into the bidding here, sir. 1,316. At 1,316. Bids back against you, David. What do you say? 1,316. At 1,316. At 1,316. 1,316. Can you try 20, sir? At 1,316 at the moment. Sure. 1,316 at the moment. 1,316. 1,316. 1,316 now. Defeated one person. Now there's one more person here. Another competitor here. Now's not time to give up now. 1,316 will be called 3 times. He's selling away to the highest bidder here. Think about it, sir. 1,316. Up $1,316,000. At 1,316. 1,316. Get back to you now. 1,316. Going to call 3 times here. First call now. 1,316. Second opportunity now at $1,316,000. Third and final call. 1,316. 1,316, sir. 2,000, thank you, sir. 1,318. 1,318, Jim. It's up now. 1,318. Up $1,318,000 now. 1,318. Up $1,318,000 now. 1318. 1318. Need to know buyers, 1318. Any interest here, Grainy? 1318. 1318. $1,318,000. Bids back against you, sir. 1318, Jim. Gonna call 3 times. First call at 1318. Second opportunity now. $1,318,000. 20 back in front. 20 back against you, sir. 1320. At 1,320. Sorry. 21. 21 bids back against you, Jim. 1321. At $1,321,000 now. 1321. At $1,321,000. 1321. At 1321. At $1,321,000. Gentlemen's in front here. Bids back against you, sir. At 1321. At 1321 at the moment. Here. $1,321,000. First call now, 1321. Second opportunity now, $1,321,000. Third and final call, 1321. All done, finished, silent, at $1,321,000. Think about it, sir, 1321. Prepare to miss out now, 1321. Grainy, any interest here? 1321, late stages of the auction now. Need to know if there's any further interest or increments. 1321. Ryan, what do you say? Victor, need to know. 1321. At 1321. At $1,321,000 now. 1321. Give you 10 seconds to change your mind here. 1321. 1322. 1322. Any interest here? Thank you. 1322. At $1,322,000 now. Next, 1023. 1323. At $1,323,000 now. 1323 here in front at $1,323,000 now. Grainy, need to know 1323 at $1,323,000 at the moment. 1323. 1323. First call now 1323. Second opportunity at 1323. Third and final call. $1,323,000. 1323. No pressure at all, eyes on you. 1324, finger, the 165, 165, last suggestion will be try hard for hands. 1325. 1325 at $1,325,000 now. 1325 at $1,325 now. Look at in there. 1325 at $1,325,000 now. 1325. Gonna call it 3 times here. First call 1325. Second opportunity at $1,325,000. Third and final call, 26, 127, 1327. At $1,327,000 now, 1327. At $1,327,000 now. 8, can I see 9? At 1328. At $1,328,000 now. 1328. At $1,328,000 now. 1328. Grainy, any interest here? 1328 here. 1328. Tabinda, need to know. 1328. At $1,328,000, sir. You don't want to miss out on 2 auctions in Box Hill North in a row at 1328. Up $1,328,000 now. 1328 at the moment. Up 1330 now. Good bidding here. 1330. Up 1,330 now with the binder at 1330. Up $1,330,000 now. 1330. Up $1,330,000 now. 1330. Up 1,330 now. 1330. 133. 31. 31 now. Bids back against you. 32. 32 now. Grainy, what do you say? 1332. 33. 33 now. 35. 35. 35. 1335. Up $1,335,000 now. 1335. Not sure if that was a bid or not. 1335. Up $1,335,000 here. It's back against you, Steve. Chinyi. Up $1,335,000 now. 1335. Need to know, guys. 1335 just between the two of you now. Up $1,335,000 now. 1335. Up 1,036. 36 now to Binder, what do you say? 1336. Up $1,336,000 now. 1336. 1,336, sir. My suggestion will be try 40. Up 1,037. No one ever listens to the auction here. Up 1,337. Up 1337. Up $1,337,000 here. With the binder at 1337 now. Up $1,337,000. 1337. At 1337. At $1,337,000 now. 1337. Grainy, need to know. First score now, 1337. Second opportunity now at $1,337,000. Third and final call, 1337. All done. Finish and silent, ladies and gentlemen. 38. 1338. 1338 now. 1338. 1338. 1338. $1,338,000 now. 1338. 1338.
1338.
338. Market's on the rise, ladies and gentlemen. You miss out on this property, you run the risk of paying more at future auctions at 1338. $1,338,000. This is better than Clover Street, sir. At 1338. At $1,338,000 here on the right. Need to know, buyers. 1338. Gonna call 3 times and miss out now. 1338. First call now. So 139. 39. Bids back against you here. 1339. $1,339,000 now. 1339. Up 1,339. Up 1339. Yeah, at 1339, Grainy, need to know. Can I see another one? Take us up to 40. At $1,339,000 now. 1339. As I mentioned before, market's on the rise. You run the risk of paying more at future auctions. At 1339. At 1339 now. First call now, $1,339,000. Second opportunity at 1339. Third and final call at $1,339,000. All done. Finish. Silent. Need to know buys. 1339. 40. Back in front. 1340. 41. 41, Grainy, what do you say? 1341. Up $1,341,000 now. 1341. 1341. Where are you going to find another 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house in Box Hill North for this value, ladies and gentlemen? 1341. 1341. At 1341 here. Gentlemen, softly here at 1341. At $1,341,000 now. 1341. Need to know Grainy 1341. 1341. 1341 at the moment. The rate cut expected next month, ladies and gentlemen. Now's the perfect time to buy at $1,341,000 now. 1341. At $1,341,000 now. Need to know buys. 1341. First call at $1,341,000. Second opportunity now at 1341. Third and final call now at $1,341,000. All done. Finish. 42. 43.
42, sorry.
Sorry, 42. 42. The bit back against you. 43. 43 now. 1343. At $1,343,000 now. Put them in here at 1343. At $1,343,000 now. 1343. At $1,343,000 now.
44.
44 now. 45 now. My suggestion would go straight to 50, but you can take 46 as well. At 1345. At $1,345,000 now. 1345. At $1,345,000 now. 1345. Let's put in a knockout offer, ladies and gentlemen. What do you say? 1345 at 1345 at the moment. You've got Curramore Primary School just down the road. One of the best primary schools in Victoria. Kunan Secondary, 46 gym. Kavinda, 13448. 1348 at $1,348,000 now. 1348 at $1,348,000 now. 1348 at $1,348,000 here. 1348. Bids back against you, Grainy. What do you say? 1348. 1348. At 1348 at the moment. At 1348. Let's try 49. 49 to know what do you say? 1349. At 1,350. 1350. At 1,350 now. At 1350. At $1,350,000. 1350. 1350. It's still been an hour auction here today, ladies and gentlemen. You've been a very, very loyal crowd and following here today. At 1350. 51. At 1351. 52. 52. 1352. At $1,352,000 now. At 1352. Up $1,352,000 now. 1352. First call now. 53. 53 now.
55.
55. 1355. Up $1,355,000 here. Up 1355. Up $1,355,000. It's back against you here, Grainy. What do you say? 1355. Up $1,355,000 here. 1355. Up $1,355,000 now. 1355. Need to know buys. 1355. First call now. 1355. Second opportunity at $1,355,000. Third and final call. 1356. 56. 1356. 58 now, good bidding here, 1358, at 1358 with Jim here, at 1358, at $1,358,000 now. Springfield Park just around the corner here, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect for growing families here. Kick a footy around the corner here at 1358, at $1,358,000 now. 1358. Grainy, what do you say? 1358. Let's try 60 now. At 1358. At $1,358,000 now. 1358. At $1,358,000. First call now, 1358. opportunity now at 1,059,000. 59, Jim, 1359. At $1,359,000 now. 1359. At $1,359,000 now. 1359. Yes, sir. What do you say? 1359. At $1,359,000. Am I right? At 1359. At 1359. $1,359,000.
Not
1359. This is better than the one that you missed out on Twyford Street, sir. 1359. This is 4-bed, 2-bar. At $1,359,000 now. At 1359. At 1359. $1,359,000 now. First score now. 1359. As we see in Vauxhall North week after week, prices are on the rise, sir. So if you missed out today, you run the risk of paying more next week and in the months to come at 1359. Spring is 1359 at the moment. 1359 here on the right hand side. 60 back in front, 1360. Up $1,360,000 now. 1360. Up $1,360 now. 1360. $360,000 now. 1360. Guys need to know. 1360 now in front. $1,360,000.
Why is that too much?
1360. $1,360,000 now. Everyone's stretching the limits here now. Next bid, provider's property. At 1360, you have nothing to lose here. Ladies and gentlemen, at 1360 by putting that extra bid. At $1,360,000 now. 1360. At $1,360,000 now. First call now at 1360. Second opportunity now at 1360. Third and final call now at $1,360,000. All done. Finish. Silent. 1360. In, out. Need to know now. 1360. Otherwise, we're selling away to the highest bidder. 61. 1361. 1361, sir. 1361. Are you sure, sir? 1361. 1361. Happy wife, sir. Wife, 1361. 1361. $1,361,000 here. They're having a family conference at the moment. 1361. At $1,361,000 now. 1361. At $1,361,000 now. 1361. 61. Surely if you saw value. Surely if you saw value at 1360, you're going to see value at 1362. At 162. 1362. At 1362. At $1,362,000 now. 1362. At $1,362,000. Here on my left hand side, 1362. My suggestion would be to put in a knockout offer here, perhaps go straight to 70. Put a little bit of distance against your competition here today and secure the property at 1362. At $1,362,000 now. 1362. At $1,362,000. In, out, need to know. 1362. 1362 at the moment. 1362, Grainy, need to know. 1362, having a family conference at the moment as well at 1362. We understand how important it is of a decision to make at the moment, but these are the moments that count. Those sliding door moments, ladies and gentlemen, and you bid and you buy this property here today, you and your family will be enjoying this location at home for the many years to come. If you miss out, you'll be back onto the marketplace, going to more open for inspections, missing out on auctions at 1362. You can put an end to all of this. Get your weekends back, ladies and gentlemen. No more dealing with real estate agents, conveyancers, building inspectors, brokers. Put a head to that here today. 1362. Need to know. First score 1362. Second opportunity now at $1,362,000. Third and final call at $1,362,000. All done. Finish. Silent.
3.
1363 at $1,363,000 here on my right. 1363 at 1363 at 1363. It's a very, very close call here, ladies and gentlemen. Flip of the coin. That's how close it is here today. At 1363 at $1,363,000 now. 1363. This might be one of the auctions that breaks the all-time records of one of the longest auctions we've conducted at 1363. Yes, I think so. 1363. We don't mind how long it takes as long as we get the best price for our owners here today at 1363, and all the buyers can leave here today with no regrets at 1363. At $1,363,000 here on the right hand side. 1363. First call now, 1363. Second opportunity now, 1363. Third and final call, $1,363,000. Cancel your afternoon appointments here, ladies and gentlemen. 1363. This auction is going to keep going. 1363. Hopefully at 1363, holding the bid for 1364. At 1364 makes for a very entertaining auction here now. 1364 at $1,364,000 now. 565. 1365 at $1,365,000 now. 1365 at 1365 at $1,365,000 here. 1365. $1,365,000 here on the right. 1365 at $1,365,000 now. 1365 here with Grainy at 1365 at $1,365,000 now. Need to know 1365 now. Bids back against you here, sir. Let's try 70. I think whoever goes to 70 first will secure the property here today. Very much for 70, sir. I think you might get it. At 1365. At $1,365,000 now. First call at 1365. Second opportunity 1365. Third and final call 1365. All done. Finish. Silent. Look at how frequent the 270 bus is here, ladies and gentlemen. Taking you straight to Mission Station, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect. You don't drive the car, sir. At $1,265,000 now. 1265. At $1,1265. 1365. 1365. We can't go backwards. 1365. 1365. Then no one would realise. At 1365. Just testing your concentration here today. And you guys are still engaged and focused on the auction. 1365. 1365 now. 1365. First call 1365. Second opportunity $1,365,000. Third and final call 1365. All done. Finish. Silent. Thank you. 1365 to indicate it out. Get ready to celebrate. Get ready to miss out. 1365 on behalf of the team at CHM Real Estate, 140 Dorking Road. It's going to be selling here right now. Final three calls. First, second, third and final call. $1,365,000. $365,000. This property is selling. This property is selling. This property is, put your hands together to the new purchases. This property is sold. Congratulations. Congratulations.